Your interaction with Zelensky was maybe the best television I've ever seen. He gave a master class in how to stand up for America. Either he dramatically changes or you need to get somebody new.
We have MAGA Republican Lindsey on Fox News trying to help play damage control the best he can for the Trump disaster with Zelensky that I think helps highlight how strategically dumb this moment was. So make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and then strap in. This is going to be a pretty good one.
Your interaction with Zelensky was maybe the best television I've ever seen, but it's deeper than that. The world is now watching how Trump behaves and acts when he's pressed. I thought he stood up for America, that we're a good people, we want to help you, but we're going to be respected. So I think Moscow is probably more afraid of Trump than ever. Hope the Chinese are, and I hope the Iranians are. As to Zelensky and Ukraine, to the Ukrainian people, America wants to help you. The way the meeting went today, you made it almost impossible to help you.
Yeah, Ukraine, Trump wants to help you. Just, give Russia all your land and sovereignty and accept being labeled as the bad guy and all this despite doing nothing but being invaded. Also, why in the world would Moscow be more afraid than ever right now? Ukraine's greatest line of defense is no weaker than it's ever been. Moscow is looking at this and licking its lips because of the chance of getting the band back together. The Soviet Union, Putin's real goal in all of this, the chance of that happening is more likely now than ever. Trump just admitted publicly, accept whatever we give you, or we're out, and you'll lose that war, Zelensky, and we're not going to help you, which means Russia can just not budge in negotiations, say, hey, we want Crimea, we want the Donbass, we want the Donetsk, you know what, we even want this, like whatever they want to ask for, and either they get what they're asking for, what they want through what they're asking for in negotiations, or Trump just pulls out, Zelensky denies, Trump says, okay, we're done, Ukraine, and they get what they want through winning the conflict. Then you just rinse and repeat with the next old Soviet Union member until you've got enough countries behind you to now attack America or, an American NATO ally.
President Trump handled it in a fashion that if I'm China, I'm Iran, I'm any would-be adversary, I'd be worried about right now. He gave a master class in how to stand up for America.
No shot. You have to think of the strategic implications when moments like this happen. These countries are probably realizing, wow, if we just get him worked up, he'll see red and just act without any strategic thought or just on impulse. He literally doubled down on giving up all the leverage that we had in these negotiations for our supposed ally because he got angry that he corrected J.D. Vance on the history of the conflict. It was that simple, and he exposed our entire position, where we draw the line, everything publicly. These countries are probably thinking, okay, let's just get him angry. He'll do something irrational. Maybe we can draw him into a larger conflict, or inversely, let's just suck up to him, play nice like Putin does, and hell, let us act with impunity and even invade our neighbors. China can invade Taiwan, whatever it may be, just like he lets Putin, he'll let us do it.
The question for me, for the Ukrainian people, I don't know if Zelensky can ever get you to where you want to go with the United States. Either he dramatically changes or you need to get somebody new.
I love how quick Republicans, after winning the election, any election really, are just quick to shift into, let's do interventionism. Let's actually just invade a bunch of countries. Let's publicly state our opposition to foreign governments and how we want them ousted and more interfere in their democratically elected governments and their proceedings. I'm starting to realize, for Republicans, this isolationism they preach doesn't exist. It really just means when conflicts do happen, because inevitably they always will happen, they're just going to side with whatever force is the one in power. That way they can claim victory and they're making peace because they're just going to let the powerful country win without having to expend any aid, for this sovereign, smaller country that usually we're protecting. And if it means democracy is being usurped, then who cares, right? At least we're winning. Who needs to protect democracy abroad? I think one of the biggest failings, if I'm being serious, in our civic education system is people's lack of understanding how national security relies so much more on geopolitical aspects than it ever will our borders.